Let's talk about filters and sorting in Google Sheets. And if you stick by till the end, you're gonna find out how to save a filter and also how to sort on multiple columns. But firstly, what is a filter? The filter is the possibility to show only a part of this table. For example, I only want to see the cash payments in this table. So what I need to do is first to add the filter to the table, meaning select some cell in the table and click on this thing, and then it will select the entire table and it will enable me to select the cash payments like that. Clear, click cash, click OK, and now I can see only the cash payments. This is the first example of filtering, and it's pretty easy. You first have to add the filter and then use it. Another example would be to use the search function. For example, I want to only to see the fashion stuff. Okay, so in Excel you would search fashion and click OK, but in Google Sheets nothing really happens like that. So what I want to do now, if I want to see only the fashion accessories, I have to click clear, then type fashion, click on it and click OK. It kind of sucks. If you've been using Excel, it's much more simple and straightforward, but whatever, we can get used to it. Let's talk about filtering by date, and this is another thing that I don't really like in Google Sheets. It was much easier in Excel. I can see that on this column I have correct dates. They are aligned to the right, they are correct dates. But if I look at the filter options, they kind of suck because it's pretty hard for me to filter all dates in January 2019, for example. It's pretty messy and I don't really see a simple way to filter by a specific month or year. It was much simpler in Excel, but this is it. We'll get used to it. Moving on. There is the thing that you should take into account when you have tables that have blank rows. For example, I'm gonna insert some blank rows here in this table, and let's see what happens when I click filter right now. I'm gonna click filter, and you can see that filter, it stops here. Lots of you, when you're filtering, you're selecting the first row and then clicking filter, but it's the same thing. It will stop in the first blank row. And this kind of sucks also, but in order to somehow fix it, I'm gonna apply the filter after I've selected the entire table. So selected the entire table and now click filter, and right now I can see that the filter went until the last row, which is what I wanted. And now it's easy for me to remove those blank rows pretty easily. Just click clear, select the blank rows, and then actually delete them, because you don't really want to have blank rows in your tables. There are cases in which you want to filter by condition. For example, I want to see only the rows that have COGS, whatever that means. Okay, cost of goods sold. It's like sold D. It was a typo right there. I want to see only the values that are greater than a specific, let's say, that are greater than 100. And to do that, you're gonna use the filter by condition option, because I don't want to filter by values. I want to do it manually. I'm gonna say filter by condition, and yes, I have multiple options there. You can see that something with text, with date. I want to see if it's greater than 100, and then click OK. And in this way, Google Sheets shows me the rows that are greater than 100. I told you at the start of this video that I will show you how to save a filter, but maybe you are asking, okay, why should I save a filter? The answer is simple. For example, maybe in this table, every time you are filtering greater than 100, you're also filtering as a payment type in cash. I want to see all cash payments that are greater than 100. That's the main idea. So it would be nice to be able to somehow save this filtering, and next time I want to use it, just go into a set of options and just do it like Nike says. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna go into the filter options here. I can see that I can create a new filter view or save as filter view, and I want to save this filtering as a filter view and give it a name, filter 1 doesn't sound really good, so let's have it filter 2, I don't know, filter test, whatever. And that's pretty much it. If I'm gonna close it and then just remove the filter and reset everything, I can come here and I can use this one, filter test, and it will apply the filter to both columns, cache and greater than 100. And this is pretty cool because you don't no longer have to use multiple filters. You can use a single options. And besides this, if other people use this spreadsheet and they're at the same time with you, if you're going into a filter view, that will not affect the spreadsheet and they will still see the data that they want. So this filter view does not affect how other people see this spreadsheet, and this is also very cool. Let's also talk about sorting. So if you want to, let's get out of this filter view. If you want to sort a table, you can easily do it just by using that filter option and click sort A to Z or Z to A. Small to big or big to small, however you want it. If I use that one, you can see that I sorted in an ascending order. So simple sorting is pretty simple, but there are times in which you want to sort by multiple columns. For example, I want to sort them by, let's say by city, and then by product line, two separate sort options. To do that, I'm going to use the sort range option that is gray here, because first of all, I need to select the columns that go into this sort. So I've selected it, into the sort range. I'm going to check that checkbox because I want to select things more easily. So city, A to Z, and then let's also select, it was product line. Let's use that Z to A just for fun. Okay, click sort, and you can see that you have Mandalay from sports to home and whatever, and then it will go to the next city, which is Napit, and with all of that information there. Before you go, just wanted you to know that this video is part of a small online course, a free one. You can find links in the description below, and if you learn something new, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.